Hi, spelling group number 2. This is your second spelling video. The first one you had no homework. Actually, your homework was to look for your spelling book from last year. I want to continue in that book. We're not going to get new spelling books this year. I just want to pick up where we left off. Because the reference pages are too difficult to instruct long distance, we're just going to keep the same reference section, and there's plenty of pages to keep on doing our spelling words, so we're going to use the same spelling book. If for some reason you haven't found your spelling book, go ahead and use line paper, and then you can just add your words to your spelling book later. But remember, when you rewrite your spelling words, you do that on a piece of scratch paper, not in your spelling book, okay? So from what I have in my book, it looks like we left off with the spelling word better, okay, on section K2. So go to your spelling book, section K2, look for the last word, and it should be better. If it's not, if you were absent the day before I gave spelling words, those last spelling words, we're on section K2, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The sixth word, line number 6. I'm going to give you your first spelling word, okay? Actually, yes, your first spelling word. And the spelling word is cent. Cent. 1 penny is 1 cent. Cent. It's 1 syllable. So I'm going to give you a few seconds, 3 seconds, to write down what you think, how it's spelled, and then I'll write it on the board for you, okay? Cent. One penny is 1 cent. I hope you can see that. If for some reason my videos, you can't hear me on the videos, or you can't see the board, make sure you text me and let me know so I can improve on the videos, so you guys can get the best quality videos. I'm not a filmmaker. Let me move it up a little bit closer so you can see that. Okay? All right. This is one of the consonants that has 2 sounds. Ka, s. All right? It always says the ka sound unless there's a rule that tells it to say the second sound. In this case, the rule is E before ka will tell it to say its second sound. So it's, let me see, normally we do not a full line, just a little line like that. Says its second sound, but just by looking at the E, you know that's a s, all right? That's the first sound, cent, and there's no multi-letter phonogram, all right? Your second word will be wheat. Wheat, 1 syllable, and it's wheat, all right? That's the clue to which multi-letter phonogram that is. Wheat, not wheat, wheat, all right? And you're going to use the EAA multi-letter phonogram. Wheat is a grain that we eat. Wheat is what we make bread out of, right? Okay, we have a hua multi-letter phonogram, and we have EAA multi-letter phonogram, and that's 3 sounds. EAA. And it's the first sound. If it's the first sound, we don't put the 1. We put a 2 or a 3 if it's a second or third sound, but the 1, we just leave it alone, all right? Your third word is bone. Bone. The dog likes to chew on the bone. The dog likes to chew on the bone. It's 1 syllable. Bone. Bone. Okay, I don't see any multi-letter phonograms. I hope you guys are all scanning your word to look for the rules or multi-letter phonograms. No multi-letter phonograms, but we do have a letter here that says no sound. It's silent. Double underline your silent letters, okay? Now, why do we have a silent letter if it's not going to say a sound? It's there to tell our vowel, to say O. Bone. We don't say bon, we say bone. So it tells the to say O. A-O-U has 3 sounds. It tells it to say its second sound. Your next word is camp. I like to go to camp in the mountains. Camp. It's 1 syllable. No multi-letter phonograms. There's a vowel. Which sound does it make? 1, 2, or 3? Ah, camp. Ah, a, ah. It's the first sound. We don't need to mark it. We don't need to mark anything on camp. Okay? I'm going to give you 6 words because you guys are smart and I know you can do 6 words. I think you guys can do 10, but I'm just going to start with 6, okay? The next word is fly. There's a fly in the house. Fly. Fly as an insect. Fly. Fly. Okay. Now, if that's the way you spelled it, go ahead and leave it this way. I'm just going to show you something. Don't erase what you have. Why don't we write fly like that? If it says I, you guys remember why? There's a rule. English words do not end in I, so we need to replace that I with something. Remember, we have the ya, I. The first ya is a consonant. This is a I and an I. Okay, the second sounds are always underlined, vowel. So ya, I is both a consonant and a vowel. Here, we're going to use it as a vowel. So we got to use the I or the I. It says I, so we're going to use this one here. And we'll just go and underline it because it says the I sound. Your next word is lady. In California, people say lady, but it's really pronounced lady. Lady. How many syllables is that? Lady. Lady. 2 syllables. Let's look at first syllable. Lay. What sound is that? 1, 2, or 3? Yep, you guys are right. It's a second sound. We underline second sound vowels, okay? Now, over here we have lady. I. It makes the I sound, which is ya, I. It's the first sound of the vowel, so we don't mark it because it's the first sound. The ones we never mark, okay? Lady. It's not the consonant. This is a ya. It doesn't say ya. It says I. So that's all we mark. And I believe that's 6 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What I want you to do is copy each word 6 times on your paper. So if you, on a piece of scratch paper, if you wrote your words in your spelling book. If you didn't find your spelling book, right below where you wrote these words here, write each one 6 times, study them, be able to read them. I'll read them really quick for you again. Scent, wheat, bone, camp, fly, and lady. Tomorrow's video, I will give you, the first thing I'll do on the video is give you a test on all 6 words, okay? And I will have a paper ready for a test. And it's not a real test, it's a practice test because this was such a short week that you didn't have a lot of time to study. Our first real spelling test will be most likely Thursday of next week, okay? Tomorrow after the spelling test, I will give you probably 6 more words, 6 new words to study for Monday, okay? So tomorrow I'll put out a video, hopefully a lot sooner. They'll be getting it sooner the more we get the hang of this, okay? Talk to you later, Levi and Alex. Have a nice day.